Hey guys, welcome back. We are now in episode 5 of my Tech Of series on physical security. So today we have a new camera manufacturer who I have not been so familiar with in the past, but I'm growing to like them more and more every single day. And we're talking about Honeywell. Honeywell Security has been around for quite a while, and they do a very good job by having a good enterprise level system, and now they have a good medium to corporate level and small business system as well. So the camera we're looking at today is a camera that is authorized to be used under the NDAA, which is the National Defense Authorization Act. So if you're looking for a camera that could be integrated into a military facility or a government facility that has to have a NDAA spec, Honeywell is going to have you covered. So without further ado, let's look at this guy. And this camera is the WDR 5 megapixel. It's a IR rugged mini dome camera, and it is part of their 30 series. This is one of their newest series out, and the model number is HC30W45R2. All right, so let's dive into this guy and let's see what we get in the box. All right, so got a little piece of styrofoam here. This is kind of placed to cover up a few things. And first thing that we're going to see, software disks. Before you make a joke, I'm going to say this is actually pretty good that Honeywell is actually providing still a software disk. On this guy, you've got your documentation and your software that you have on here. And I'm going to give you one reason why it's a good idea to have a software disk still inside your box. If you're an integrator and you're out and you're setting up a brand new system in a brand new building that doesn't have internet set up, and you need to update some drivers or software, guess what? You got it in this box. Here you go. This is your guide. This is the alignment sticker. And I can tell you, a lot of manufacturers are either doing a sticker or some kind of a cardboard. But either way, this is something that's very important. Don't throw this away out of your box. Keep the software, at least one disk if you have a bunch of these cameras. You never know when you're going to need it. This is the 30 series IP cameras. This is the quick certificate installation guide. So this kind of dives more into the software installation. So if we need to find out, what the default username, the default IP address, that's all right here. Don't throw this away either. Very important. And then here's your other quick installation guide. And I like this one because it's got what some people would say the easy guide to what do I need to get my camera installed. All right, let's see. We've got a little bag here with a couple caps, it looks like. And these are going to be used to kind of work around a couple pieces of the camera here, which I've seen already. Let's see. We also have, here's your mounting screws and some sheetrock anchors. And of course, the Torx here. And then I believe this is just some silica gel, so just to keep the camera from getting any kind of moisture damage in shipping. I'll take this out. And we got the camera itself. Anything else in the box? Nope, the box is all empty. So let's see what we got. Like a kid on Christmas. Except I don't get to keep this present. All right, so turn the light off. This is an excellent design. I like it. Small, lightweight, and it's got some weight to it. Don't get me wrong, it's not plastic. This is 100% metal. Once again, this is IP66 rated because it is a ruggedized camera. IK10 on the dome, so it's actually vandal proof, which is really nice. And then it's got a 3-point mount for your security bit screw, and that's what this is. This is actually a security bit Allen wrench. So it's not a traditional Allen wrench where you can just stick one in there and unscrew it. On the back side, this kind of goes along with these caps here, right there. You have your Ethernet cable, and that's how that powers up and sends your data through it. A lot of times these are either video ports for testing when they're in a pigtail like this, but sometimes they do add another power supply on there. I don't think this is a power supply though, but I could be wrong, and I'm not 100% sure on this one, so I will look that up. All right, so now we got this out. Let's look at this guy, and look at there. Got another tether. I love these. I love him. Oh my gosh, I dropped my dome. It ain't going nowhere. It's gonna sit there. Okay, so tether's there, which is great. Like I said, it does, even though it's vandal resistant, you know, this thing falls from high enough, it will crack that dome. So no one wants to have to replace a dome as soon as you bought it out of the box. So let's look at the camera itself. I love the way this is kind of stacked on here. This whole design where you've got your board on the bottom plate, and it's a very small plate, so you, like, your board is just sitting right there. Some of these are usually clumped in there. I like the fact that you got good free range movement on the lens, so you can easily move this around. So if I want to go quarto mode, there we go, just lock it in. If I need to tilt the lens, you do have to remove these little tabs right here, unscrew that, and you can tilt it forward. But then the whole frame does move. You can see that. I'm moving that around a little bit. So you can move that frame around. It's almost like a full 360-degree motion. So you have that in there. Right here, you can see that. That is your, whoops, right there. That is your micro SD card slot right there. And this will support up to a 256 gigabyte micro SD card. This also has built-in IR, of course. You can see it's a smart IR system they have. And this is a varifocal lens camera as well. And it does give you a range of 2.8 to 12 millimeter on the range, which is a really good range. It's probably my favorite varifocal lens out there. So with the true WDR that this camera features, you have the ability to reduce the glare by a large percentage amount, which would then help to get a much better image on those days where it's really sunny, or those days where you have a lot of issues where it seems to be a little extra haze. The WDR helps there as well. So wide dynamic range is a good thing to have on any of your cameras that are potentially outside. This camera comes in variances of 5 megapixels and 2 megapixels. They have an indoor and an outdoor ruggedized mounted camera. They have a bullet style. They also have what they call an IR ball. It's very similar to a turret if you've seen those type of cameras in the past. And then of course they have a fisheye. So the nice thing about the 30 series is you have the ability to get every single thing recorded in almost any environment. A few other highlights that I want to make sure that you do know about the 30 series cameras, and in this model specifically, you do have this support for H.265 and H.264 and MJPEG. Those are the three codecs that they will record in. You also have the ability to use ONVIF Profile S and Profile G. So those are going to be easy for you to adapt to other systems. So if you have a company that has a NVR system that they spent thousands of dollars on and they don't want to get rid of that recorder, they can easily still adapt it as long as they're using the ONVIF profiles, which this camera will then allow you to use. One of the biggest features that you would want to consider if you do switch to a Honeywell system is the fact that they use an encryption between the camera and the recorder, which will then help to prevent and protect your overall network should anyone happen to get into the system. For a lot of government buildings and facilities, this is a huge necessity. And this is one of the reasons why this does meet the NDAA requirements. And Honeywell has been a very good, strong proponent of continuing to make sure that their camera systems are not only just a solid performer, but a very secure one as well. Another feature that they have built into the camera is an advanced motion detection system that also uses people to integrate within its motion detection algorithm. So Honeywell's done a really good job by allowing the camera to use the pixel shift that detects its motion, but also it can determine if it's a person that's causing that shift to combine with that to make a much more advanced pixel and people detection when it comes to motion. That kind of wraps up this video today, and I want to thank you guys for joining us again. And I want to thank Honeywell once again for allowing me to put this together as well. Last thing I want to do is I want to thank our sponsor, ScanSource. Sponsored by ScanSource Incorporated. If you're looking for a great distribution partner, look no further than ScanSource. At ScanSource, we provide cloud carrier services, networking products, physical security products, POS and barcoding, Salesforce consulting services, unified communications and collaboration products, among many more. Now, how can we help you? We're experts in many verticals, including retail, manufacturing, healthcare, and government. So if you have any questions or you want to become a partner with ScanSource, just go to scansource.com, click on the Register Now button, and we'll be glad to assist you going forward. So I want to thank you again for joining me on another day and another video. This is number 5, and I look to continue to make more of these as we keep going through in the future. And if you want to dive more into some of the other inner workings of the camera, setup features, the VMS stuff that we're going to be working on soon, please let me know. Write a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I hope to continue to have you guys come back and enjoy and learn more as I continue to branch out to these different industries beyond just the physical security space, because as we know, everything has some kind of a tech in it. Thank you again, and stay safe, stay secure, and stay busy.